Alright, today we're going to start off with retrofitting some projector lenses into a 99 NB1 Miata. They do not make headlights per se for this. The 99 and 2000 had a different headlight than the 01 to, I don't even remember, 90 or 2005. So I'm going to retrofit some projectors in it today. So I'm going to get started by ripping these headlights out. We gotta get started by figuring out what size socket that is. I'm going to take a wild guess. It's a 10 mil. Probably be wrong. Nope. Then, well, next thing you're going to want to do is unplug the headlight as well as the blinker. Just cram your hand in there, it's okay. And then I have no clue where else this is connected, so we'll figure that out. Seems to be stuck on the back corner, so apparently there is a clip right about here on the back side. Think of a ball socket. You need to pull that straight out somehow. I just did a bunch of jerking, and it seems that it's popped itself out. Then you also have, there's also a clip here. It'll get caught on your bumper. So you've got to try to get this front side up out. Yeah, maybe not. Trying to do this without removing the bumper. There we go. So yes, this passed the bumper, coming out that direction. Then the next place is stuck up here on the fender. Just ease it out. Like then you need to rotate it. The only other things you have to worry about was this and this catching on the fender. And then that's the ball valve or ball socket I'm talking about. The other side of it's down here. So if you can get your hand under here, try to force the socket out. And then that's one headlight up. Now we just have to repeat that on another side. Now here, well, you can probably already see the issue, but when I bought the car, somebody had broke where the clip goes to hold that light bulb in. So we're going to try to retrofit it. On top of that, I want HIDs. So that's the problem with it. Alright. Now we're going to switch to using heat gun and try to get the adhesive from in this area to soften up, so then we can take this lens off. So now we're going to start by delaminating this. I have a heat gun used for roofing. You can probably do it with a hairdryer. You can buy heat guns pretty cheap at the hardware store. We're going to go ahead and speed this up for you so you don't have to sit here for 45 minutes with me watching me undo this. Looks like we got her apart. For some reason a washer is in there. Don't know. Lens is a little broken, a little melted. You know, we'll work with it. It'll be alright. Next thing is to get the kit that I bought and see how this is going to fit. I'm going to take it, it's going to be pretty tight. I might have to cut some things, but I'll go get it and be right back with you. Alright, now these are, I don't know, yeah, we're going to see how they fit. First thing that I do remember is it said something about removing this, which obviously if you're gonna, yeah, it's got to go. Looks to me like there's some clips. Looks like just two. So, you know, cram a screwdriver in there. Nope, they're clipped on the inside. Yep, we're just gonna do one of those and just bend them right on out of there. It could be straightened. Sure. Alright. Now that's out of there. Which, you know, you buy the best of the Chinese stuff. Which car? IPA, CAR? Whatever. It's a projector lens. What are these called? Bi-xenons. They have an electrical connection. I don't know if you can see that on the inside of there. There is a motor that actuates a plate, and that's how you get your high beam, low beam if you've only got a single beam setup. Okay, now yep, sure. Drop that, just never to be seen from again. screwdriver was magnetized. Not no more. Which side goes to the top? Alright, flat plate towards the top. Got it. Alright. Now, how this goes on here, don't know. Now that is in there-ish. Other issue. It said this was way smaller than it was online, and I'm gonna bet, just taking a wild guess, it's not gonna fit on here. Yeah, about that. No, maybe. Sure. Why not? Did it even? Of course it didn't. That's brilliant. So, well, I'll just go ahead and check this other one here. It seems we may not have been given screws to attach this to that anyways. Yeah. You know, get what you pay for. So, these bezels go around here. They attach by these arms and get screwed through this plate, of which they did not give me screws. Also, this may not even go on there. No stretch of the imagination is that going on there. So, gotta rethink that one. Alright, so I got this one in as well as this one now. Basically just put that bezel on there and smashed it in there. It is squeezing a little bit. We'll check alignment later of the headlight. It seems like I've got a bit of downward adjustment. Hopefully there's enough there to counteract some of that, but we won't know until we test the headlights on the car, which I will probably do before I put these lenses back on. I also went ahead and deleted these little caps. you have to take this off, as well as this screw here holds this cap in. I'm going to switch those to LEDs. You might want to check your state. Most states of the United States, I don't know all laws, but most states require an amber light for your blinker. They sell LEDs that are amber/clear. They blink back and forth. But you could get in trouble for deleting these. I am going with an amber bulb when I do replace it. But I want an LED. This is not needed. This is just going to make it dimmer, basically. So we're getting rid of it. Now, at this point, I need to clean these up. I need to tighten this one down a little bit more. I think I've got that one tight enough. Again, it has this for the bi-xenon to switch from high beams to low beams. This is a light that goes around the outside of this, of which has 3 wires, and no explanation of how to wire this in or what to wire this to, or yeah, you know. So we'll have to figure that out later. The only one I'm concerned about getting working at the moment is for my high-low beams, which should not be too difficult, other than that's the only side of connector I have. All I have is a female and no male. So, but we can solder that some. It'll be fine. Being that I'm going to have HIDs, I don't really need the brights. It would be nice if they worked, but I don't need them. So like I said, at this point I'm going to start to clean this up. Probably get it mounted on the car, and then start looking into soldering my connections in and getting HIDs hooked into these headlights. So where do we go from here? Or do we just trust they're gonna work? Stick lenses on. Yes. I say we tighten this up. And then we'll probably stick those lenses back on. This is the first time I've pulled headlights apart. To me, this seems like some sort of butyl type cock. Butyl cock doesn't really harden, kind of stays sticky. I think I'm probably going to heat this back up and maybe stick a little extra seam sealer, kind of the same stuff, to try to seal this back up. Theoretically, you can get all this scraped out of here, cleaned up, start new. Not what I'm going to do. It's a lot of work. I'm just going to put some more seam sealer in there, stick it back together. Alright, so I've moved a little bit forward. I've got them in there. I found some screws, screwed them together. They seem to fit. I don't know if I'm going to have alignment issues up and down. The back side of it, you normally have this rubber cover. I went ahead and cut out just real thin around the inside, laced it around that. Obviously ran my other 2 wires at the top. I don't think you'd really need to leave this on here. I'm going to. It'll help with getting water in it. Shouldn't have that issue anyway. But again, I don't think you really need to keep this on here. Now we're going to start to install, put them back in the car. Like I said, I moved forward a little bit. This is just a reverse of taking them off. Apply heat as you press it together. If you notice that you're missing a bunch of the silicone, What I used is called seam sealer. I put a little extra seam sealer in there here and there where it seemed like it didn't quite have enough. You could probably use caulking, any type of sealant. Normally you want something like butyl caulk, which is like a caulking that never dries. But I would say as long as you glue it back together, it's better than nothing. So, but we're gonna install these now. Of course. You did not want to go, do you? That's pretty good. Can help with the bolts in the way. Come on. There we go. Only took way longer than it should have. As well, a lot of old plastic stuff likes to crack. You obviously don't want to tighten this stuff down too tight. It's older plastic. Can't really give you a torque spec if that's what you're looking for, but usually when I get down to where it's getting tight, I just use a finger. Don't go crazy. Also, you don't want a bunch of leverage out here. Just get real close. Just a little bit of leverage. I think she's good. You use a whole hand, He-Man it, you're just gonna crack that way down. That may or may not help you. If it's this old, it's gonna crack at some point. Well, so after installing your headlights, then you want to remove them, because I forgot to put the ballast in, which I need to attach to this fender. So everything you did just in reverse. Yeah. Alright, anyway. So I'm using 3M tape. I don't have much option other than to stick it. I don't even have my flashlight. You can kind of see. Basically, I'm gonna put them up in here, which would be this outside part of this fender. There's not much options, and obviously you want to keep it out of the water. There is wheel liners, and from what I can see, I don't think much water's been up in there, so should be all right. If not, we'll figure that out. This is all I have right now. This might take some paint off. Not recommended. Don't quite know how to pronounce it. Innovated? Yeah. Sure. Alright. What way is it going way best? It seals. I think I'm going to put the tape on this side. Maybe Now, yeah, you can also use like command strips or something if you wanted to, if you're worried about taking it back off. This, where it's at, may be very difficult to get back out of there. But I don't really care. I'll take the fender off if I got to. I'd rather do that than hear something clang down the highway. That's somewhere a little better. Okay. Should probably clean it first too. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with 2 layers, being that it's not completely flat. It'll give me the ability to push it on harder and get a little more conformity to the tape itself. Alright. Get it out of the way. That goes to the light bulbs. The power, you can't see, it's a little too far down there. That way it should all be tucked with factory wiring, per se. Not too concerned with that. I'm more concerned with where to put the ballast, that it won't get wet. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I have hood vents. So I can't put them anywhere there, or that water will just destroy it. And most of the time that's what you have problems finding places for anyways, is the ballast. There's nowhere to put them. Fender's a good place if you have an access hole to come in. We've also seen people put them under the headlights, in the front bumper. The problem is a lot of them have to be fairly close to the actual headlight. So you've only got, I can't put it on a radiator. There's just nowhere to put them. But I think that'll work. Or it won't. Only concern is maybe the fender getting too hot, causing it to get hot. We'll see. Yep, it's flying away out. Alright, let's go ahead and put that lens in. Alright, so next, we're going to install them probably the way most of you guys will, with the provided, pins that you just jam in your factory connectors. Later I am going to solder this plug into the factory harness. At one point, I believe it was this passenger side had fire. Connector was bad, so I bought a porcelain connector, soldered it in myself. And I'm basically just going to take this connector they gave me, and instead of just jamming it in these fucking slots, I'm going to solder it into here. That way it's just its own connector. I'm not going to switch back to this, and if I do, I can revert back to this plug. But I want this put in right. For right now, I am just going to, I have to find the other side of it. It is hidden back here now. And get that plugged in first. Probably should have done this before I put it in there. So now that's connected. Leave that over there for a second. Then you've got your light side. Should be kind of obvious. Opposite, go to opposite. I mean, you can't really screw this up at all. They don't let you. Like this one, sometimes the rubber boots give you a pain. Alright, now I'm obviously going to tidy all that up later. I am going to go grab a multimeter so we can check this. So hold on one second, get back with you. So I'm going to start off checking voltage on this car off. You know, no lights on, no nothing. My ground I'm going to run to a body or something, you know. I just want to see if this has any power while it's not on. Wrong setting. For some reason red has 3 volts, 3.4. Don't know why. But more than anything, I want to know which one turns on when I turn my lights on. So it's on. Now that has 7, 8 volts. Alright, I'm gonna start the car. Isolation on that. Yep. sorry about that, phone died. So I did a little more testing. I got a different tester. I've got, I don't know how fucking many it is. But this one, you set it to this little, you know, it's like sound, whatever the hell, speaker. It makes a beeping sound when you have ground. So the wire, the obvious red wire that I thought was power, is my power. The weird part is yellow is normally constant, and yellow on this is my ground. But anyways, when I hook it up, go to ground, see, that's my ground. It's partially where I was getting confused, but I have it hooked up now, and like I said, this is temporary. This is not safe. This is fire hazard, so don't do this. I know that's how they sell them. I guess if you had to, you could electrical tape somehow or enclose. Definitely don't just leave this hanging here to touch something. That's not good. But I do have them hooked up now. I'll turn them on. So I think I'm going to end this video here. My next video, as you can see, I'm going to show you how to clear up a lens, at least the way I like to clear them up. It's quite significantly cheaper, easier. But again, I'm going to end the video here. Hope to see you next time.